sense of very odd, sad deja vu there in those last couple of minutes? You got them to where you had a chance to tie it, but couldn't get it all finished out tonight. What happened there?
Yeah, I mean, I just told them, I said, listen, I know it's tough out there, and rhythm isn't great, and it's not a lot of fun, but proud of them for continuing to fight, finding a way to battle back and somehow be around at the end, right? So, but again, just not quite good enough throughout the course of the game.
You talked about urgency before the game. Was there enough urgency for long enough periods tonight?
I think that I thought we had good energy, and I thought the ball was moving good to start. I thought we were getting really good shots. We actually made a few early. Right, I thought we could have probably produced more early with the quality of shots we were getting. I thought. Listen, I mean, Randall hits 5 threes to start the game. One of them was pretty open. The other 4 were pretty guarded pretty hard. I mean, like really hard. So I think that the defense was okay. They just made look like better offense over good defense. I mean, better shot making there early. So I was pretty happy with that. But again, the start of the second and the fourth were very tough. I mean, early timeouts. I don't know how, 2 minutes both times, and I don't know exactly what the runs were, but I think one was 8-0. Yeah, and I don't know what the one was the second. It was probably worse than that. It was probably like 11-2 or something like that. So those parts of the game, you're asking me throughout the game, those parts of the game weren't good. Those 6 minutes, 7 minutes right there.
Is there a way to structure rotations?
Well, tried 2 different ones tonight, right? Tried to get Pascal and Gary back in to start the fourth, I believe, right? And leave three of the starters out there, or 2 for sure. I think it was 3. And I think I only had 1 in the second, right? So we were trying to do it a different way in the second half, and neither one was very good.
Pascal's had a few off shooting nights in a row. Do you chalk it up to just teams keying on him more, just a random blip, or anything else?
Well, they certainly were coming. I think they certainly they didn't really double team him. They did the first possession of the game to just kind of maybe show that they might, but that was really the only full all out where they just ran, completely over to double him along the baseline. But other than that, they were just really helping, and packing the paint a little bit. And I don't know. I just don't think he felt like he had a good rhythm, and the ball wasn't coming off his hand great tonight for whatever reason.
When it comes to Fred and Pascal, sometimes this season it seems like they've been exchanging good games, but not really getting them in the same game. What do you make of that phenomenon?
Well, I think that for us to play really well, we need contributions from all of them. We can't, I think if we're going to have 1 or 2 of those guys missing, and then, we really need some production out of all 5 of those guys, I think. I'd like to think we could get 12 or 15 or 18 off the bench at least, as well. But I think, for us to play well, we need decent numbers, not like, I'm going to go crazy, but decent percentages and decent numbers. Yeah.
Thanks for having
Okay, everybody, thanks a lot. See you.
Right before the game, Nick was talking about playing with a sense of urgency. Do you think you guys did for long enough stretches tonight?
No.
Why do you think that might be?
Oh, man. I wish I had an answer for you, brother. I do. It's hard to put a finger on it right now. We're competing, just, not well enough, not long enough stretches to win in this league. And, it's hard. It's hard to win in this league. You can't take that for granted. And so it takes a little bit better than what we did. You give a team those type of runs, and you go down 10 and you fight back to get it back, and then you go down 10 again. Like, it's hard to keep making those pushes, and we fought to the very end again. Made a little push there at the end, but just not well enough to win. And they outplayed us. They deserve to win.
At the start of the fourth, I think you took like 2 minutes off, and they went on an 8-0 run to go from up 3 to up 11. Started the second quarter, then went on a big run to get a comfortable lead. What goes through your mind when you're watching that unfold?
put some hot packs on and, get ready to go back out there. I can't really, say what exactly it was, but I've been a part of on the other side of that where I'm in the game and, I've been there. So, I'm never going to throw my teammates under the bus. They're out there trying as hard as they can, but they definitely, made a couple runs there that was, a bit of a push to get back, but I just try to be ready whenever Coach calls my name.
Before the game, Nick was saying that they've kind of tried to find opportunities to maybe play you 2, 3, 4 fewer minutes on any given night, but it's been difficult. Is that sort of how it's felt to you as well these last few weeks?
Yeah, I think he's tried. He's tried this year a bit. He's done it a little bit. We've had our fights about it, but I trust Coach and, I trust what he's doing. I think my minutes are down. I don't know if that 47 the other night helped the average, but I think my minutes are down a bit, maybe one, yeah. So, hey, we'll take it, one at a time. But Coach is trying, and, I'm just, again, whatever the team needs, I try to provide that. And just, wasn't good enough to get a win tonight.
It was in this situation or similar situation last year where you guys were chasing wins and trying to turn the season around, where you sort of said you pushed your body too far. How do you make sure that doesn't happen in this situation here where you guys need wins?
Well, just be smart about how I'm feeling. If there's a nick or a bump or whatever that needs to heal, then, I'll let it heal. If not, then I'll be out there competing. So I had contact injuries last year that I continued to play through that I didn't let heal. So this year, if I have something that's bothering me, then I'll let it, rest to be my best self. But just try to be available as much as possible. I changed a lot of, what I'm doing this year to be able to be ready and be fresh, and seeing some results with that. So I feel pretty good as of now, and hopefully, we can keep that going. But all in all, just trying to find ways to get wins.
You said you're fighting with Nick over playing time. Are you fighting with yourself to figure out, you want to be out there, but at the same time, the things you just talked about, you also need to... How do you figure that out?
Yeah, it's just game to game. Once that switch is on in the moment, it's a different animal. It takes a lot for me to even be out there on the court at my size and just my competitive nature and not always thinking clearly. So I trust Coach. It's been one or two little back and forth, but for the most part, he's done a good job with me, and we got to continue to find ways to find rotations that work and find lineups that are successful for us. And I feel for him. He's searching some nights. Some nights, it's good. We got great contributions. Some nights, we don't. But we got to find ways for everybody to be more successful and, just keep on pushing and stay positive.
And the byproduct, I guess, of not shooting the ball well recently is you're going to the basket and trying to get to the line and get contact and taking more hits in the process. Does that sort of what it feels like as well?
Yeah, I'll be fine, guys. Trust me. I'll be fine. I promise.
We're very worried about it.
I really appreciate it from the bottom of my heart, but I'll be fine, I promise. And if there's anything bothering me, I won't play. Write it down.
Obviously, there's been some issues with the bench in the last 4 or 5 games of scoring. They're not giving you very much. What can you do to help them along besides changing rotations or just encouraging them? What do you see as a solution to that?
Yeah, I just keep trying to encourage them and boost them with confidence. Again, I spoke about it last game. It's a tough spot. They got a tough job to do with a little leash, and Coach is tough. He's tough as he should be, and the odds are against him in that regard, because if you don't play well as soon as you check in, then your night is going to be cut short. So they're definitely up against a tough challenge, but I believe in all of those guys. I think that they can definitely find ways to be more successful in what we do. But first and foremost, I think just the sense of urgency and being locked into what we are doing defensively. And I can only speak on, my experiences as what I was thinking about when I was checking in off the bench. But, I try to help those guys as much as I can and just be there for them and support them. And I believe in those guys.
Is there anything you feel like you guys as an offense or a defense could incorporate better?
Yeah, but we're not going to talk about that here for sure. But I appreciate you, though, but I can't. You're not going to set me up.
What are a few similarities between you guys and the Knicks, starting off with your 1-2 punch of you and Siakam, Brunson, and Randall? What do you feel like the Knicks were able to do to allow their 2 star players to be able to flourish tonight?
Yeah, I think Julius just gave him a big start with the three. I thought he hit 5 threes in the first quarter, and that was their whole offense in the first half for the most part. I mean, he got hot. I thought we did a good job on JB. He got going there in the second half, and then the other guys, made shots. Grimes made 4 threes, and McBride hit 3 big ones. So they made shots around the edges, but those 2 guys were really good tonight. And I thought that, again, other than the first quarter, I thought we did a good job on Julius. But, their guys are playing good this year. You got to give them credit. And they were just, they did enough to win tonight.
Fred, Tampa season excluded, like you've done nothing but win your whole life. What are you learning about this season?
Just stay positive, man. Listen, I promise I'll take all the criticism and questions and concerns at the end of the season, but we got a long way to go. I'm not giving up. I'm never going to hang my head. I'm always going to stay positive and stay confident, and as long as we got this group together, we got to go out there and fight and give it our all every night and look at the film, be accountable, try to grow and get better. And all it takes is a little spark and, get some run, get some motion, and get some good mojo going and try to ride it out. So just staying positive, and again, it's the ultimate test, I think, for myself as a leader to try to keep finding ways to will this team to wins and help my teammates. And it's making me better as a player and as a man and as a leader. So just embracing the challenge every day.
When it comes to you and Pascal, a lot of your best games and his best games have alternated, and that hasn't always been the case for you two. Has it been the case that maybe the primary actions go to one guy over the other during the game? Is this just bad shooting games that are, I guess, through happenstance happening? Like, what do you think is the cause of that?
I don't know. I don't know if I have a great answer for that right now. Something that I have to look more into and watch the tape and see. But I think it's just a matter of letting the other guy breathe. When he's got it going, just try to be supportive in the role. And obviously, if I got the rhythm, like tonight, they had the 5 on him. He was setting great screens to free me up, and I was able to get downhill. Obviously, he gave him 50 last time, so he got a lot of attention. They weren't going to probably let him score 50 again. So he did a good job of screening and being in the next actions and just making plays. He still finished with 18 and 13 on off shooting night. So there's a lot of things P does that contributes to winning. It's not all about scoring, and as long as he's doing that, I think we'll be fine.